Hello and welcome to another broadcast of Ask the Wizard, streaming live almost daily for November the 21st. Okay, this one hit me in the mall today. And source with one question totally destroyed my truth that simple doesn't mean easy. So maybe it is easy. But why is it hard? That's the question we're going to talk about today, all right? 5-minute counter starting. Now I got to grab a coffee and get ready. You do the same. We will see you in 5. Hey everyone, how are you doing? Just turn the monitor down a wee bit like that so we don't get the like that. How are y'all doing? Ask the Wizard, streaming live for November the 21st. Hold on, one of my lights is noisy and this will shut it off. Just like that. How's everyone doing today? Let's see what's new. So I'm going to start in the scheduling a little different way for classes and whatnot. I haven't done it yet, but I will right away. Every first Sunday of the month will be a Reiki level 1. Every second Sunday will be a Reiki level 2. Every third Sunday will be a manifesting abundance course. So they'll be all day long courses. And I don't know yet, like the course of Reiki level 1 and 2, they have a pretty consistent curriculum. The manifesting abundance one, what I might do is there'll be kind of like the standard curriculum and then maybe different options or focusing on different areas. So depending on what particular way you want to apply it in your life experience, then there may be some that appeal to you more than others. Okay. I'm in the mall a little bit earlier today. Go to my my favorite, I don't know what it would be. Well, it's a chicken teriyaki on rice and all that kind of stuff. It's a private, actually one of the few private food kiosks in the mall. So anyway, I'm there, had my lunch, and then I was leaving. And it's interesting how, at least for me, I don't know how it is with you, but Source will just kind of show up. And it's not usually in a lightning bolt from a clear blue sky or the earth shakes or something like that. Source shows up in here. And often it shows up with a clarification, and actually often even more than that. The clarification comes through a question. Interesting. My mind just flashed back to the summer of 2009 in the manifesting. Hold on. Manifesting manual. Here, this is the draft one, so it doesn't have the pretty cover on it. You guys have seen this. Some of you have it. My story at the beginning, when I really sort of threw all my eggs in this manifesting basket, watching the parade. And the parade's going by. I mean, it was a parade. It wasn't a big deal. And I guess you could say I felt bliss, maybe be the word for it. And I can remember asking the question, can it really be like this all the time? And Source replied again with a damn question, and it was, why not? And I remember asking it twice. And that was my first, like I said, sort of throwing all my, doing this and then jumping. And I kind of decided if this stuff actually works, it was going to work, or there was no plan B. I guess in a way, the question that was presented to me earlier today in the mall kind of fits in with that theme. Now, something you have heard me say for a long time. Hey, how you doing? I don't see you come up on the screen, but I seen a little icon. So thanks for tuning in, whoever you are. Say hi. I know who you are. I just see this little bubble go through. That these concepts, whatever it is, whether it's with healing, whether it's with evolution, whether it's with manifesting, whatever, the concepts are really very simple. They're not that complicated and they're not that complex. They're often kind of spun into that, but they're really very, very simple. And what you'll hear me say a lot is simple doesn't mean easy. And you'll hear me say as well that this work is the hardest work you'll ever do. And you see, here's the thing. It is, but not in the way that we think. And like I said, I can't remember. I did a TikTok on it, and I can't remember what the byline was. Something like, the universe totally upended my understanding of simple doesn't mean easy in like one question. And it's true. Because for myself, this has been by far the most challenging journey I've ever been on in just about every way. And there's times that, yes, it is challenging. But I think for me anyhow, there's sort of two aspects of our work. And we've decided both of them are challenging and both of them are going to be hard. And I think that's where the challenge comes in. And that's what Source said to me earlier today. Because I've heard people say, well, it's supposed to be easy and just effortless and all that kind of stuff. And I guess at times I've found it to be that way. More often than not, I've found it not to be that way. It's very challenging, very difficult. And I've said that tons. The Source said, what if it really is easy? And the reason that it's difficult for you, referring to me, is that you're the one that's making it difficult. So you say, no, here's the thing, right? Is it difficult? Yes, absolutely. But what if the reason, and here's the thing, what if the reason that it's difficult is because me, you, we, us are making it that way? Just think about that. And I really had to think about that for a minute. And it was quite freeing when it started to sink in was, so what if the process, bit of a rhetorical, so what if the process really is easy? What if this thing is designed to be completely effortless, incredibly easy, like a big game that you just kind of play and things manifest and What if it's designed to be that way? But the reason it's so difficult is not because the process is difficult, but it's because I'm the one that's introducing the difficulty. How do I introduce the difficulty? Through the stories I tell, through the belief systems, through the trauma, through all this kind of stuff that are mine. See, now here's the other piece. Where is the work? Where is the challenge? There's the challenge. The challenge is in challenging yourself. The challenge is doing your self-healing. The challenge is stepping outside of yourself, looking back and going, okay, what things serve me? What processes, what belief systems, what behaviors, on and on and on, serve me, and what ones don't? And then that's where the work is digging through those things and deciding what stays and what goes within me, within you. That's where the work is. That's where the difficulties are. That's where the challenges are. Not in the process, not in this process of manifesting. That's effortless. That's easy. And so the reason it's difficult, hey, Leslie, how you doing? The reason it's difficult is because we are doing something that is introducing resistance or obstacles into that very natural, effortless flow. Now, why is that so freeing? For me, the reason it's so freeing is there's hope. All is not lost. Because if this process was just difficult, that's just the way it was, and it's an arduous journey and on and on and on, well, then you're doomed, right? All you can do is gird up your armor for war and just slug away at it. But because the process is easy and the slugging away piece is within me, I can change that. You see, so then the work that I do, in many respects, it's a journey of self-discovery. It's a journey of looking at ourselves. And like I said, that's really where the work is. I mean, that's where the challenge is. That's where the difficulty is in so many respects, maybe every respect, is looking at ourselves and going, what is it within me? Like the kind of, I was listening to a video, maybe you all heard it, getting in our own way. Right. And I heard that maybe it's just that simple. Maybe we really are, and we're our own worst enemy, and we're our worst critic, and all that kind of stuff. Self-love. Maybe it's just that simple. Maybe it's as simple as learning how to love ourselves, how to value ourselves, and in that process, go through that self-healing, that self-discovery. And that's the challenge. You bet that's a challenge. Gut-wrenching sometimes. But the good news is that work is work that we can do, that we can accomplish, that we can change. And then as we do that, we're introducing less resistance into this process, and then the process comes easier. Maybe that's what it is. I can remember, now it's kind of flowing, I can remember way back when wondering, why is it that there'll be phases where I couldn't do anything wrong, right? Every workshop would fill up. Everything would just click into place. I remember I've had the craziest things. I was in Calling Lakes. Hey, Leslie, Calling Lakes. Teaching level 1 and 2 and then a master's. Can't remember which one it was at. And while I was teaching there, somebody had registered. One person had registered for, I think it was in oh boy, Vernon, maybe? Vernon, BC. One person registered. And then out of the blue, I had a couple register just out of the blue. And then I had another lady register that actually lived in Ontario, but she happened to be staying in, I think it was Vernon, happened to be staying in Vernon. So now all of a sudden I went from one student to 4 students just like that. These out of the blue things that no matter what I did, one in Kamloops. How did that work? There was 2 students, the one in Kamloops, and one of them actually lived in Red Deer. But they were moving, or they just moved or something like that. They'd be happened to back in Kamloops cleaning up, stuff, and they ended up coming to the workshop. So it didn't matter what I do, everything worked. And then the pendulum would kind of swing the other way, and nothing would work. No matter what I did, nothing would work. And the thing that would cause me the most frustration is, what's wrong with the process? Because I'm doing everything the same. And if the process hasn't changed, but it has changed, because all of a sudden it's not working. Why is it not working? This doesn't make any sense at all. I'm doing all the right things. And I have to wonder now if, when that happens, it's time for us to turn around and do some more digging, some self-exploration, because maybe that's an opportunity now for us to release even more, and to grow even more, and to heal even more, and to strengthen even more. Because then when we do that, we're removing, again, more and more and more sort of resistance into this process, which of course allows the process to flow, right? What if things really are easy? What if they really, really, I'm going to wrap up with this. What if they really, really are easy? It's not simple doesn't mean easy. It's not that the process is difficult. It's that we're doing things, have done things, and are doing things that introducing resistance into that process, and that's what makes it difficult. So is the process difficult? Yes. Why is it difficult? Not because the process is difficult, but because we're doing something that throws kind of a kink into the works. The good news, and I'm wrapping with this, is because we're the one that's introducing the resistance, we're also the one that can heal, grow, expand, and remove the resistance, and therefore all of a sudden everything gets easier. That was my aha moment in the Parkland Mall. Those of you that know Red Deer. Today, after having my chicken teriyaki with 2 scoops of sauce from my favorite little place in the mall. Keep it simple. Yeah, it's It's crazy stuff, isn't it? I tell you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it so much. Share. We're all in this together. See you on the web.